Hello, 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 and welcome to another week. More goodies, more fun. We're going to do sort of a collage day today and get more things created and worked on. If you watched me last week, we created this wonderful gingerbread house flip ephemera holder. So I just want to give you a quick update on that. Now, if you haven't watched, I will link it at the end to the last one that we did on Thursday. And you can sort of see what I was working on. But yeah, I went ahead and added in the tree. I was debating about it here. Wasn't sure. This just needed more work. So I did add the tree sort of off the page on purpose here. And then added in some more journal cards from my Cozy Winter kit. So definitely adds another layer of blue. We have a lot of blues going on. So we'll keep working on that. But I do love the little bit of the hint of the green, the tree there. It just makes it a whole little winter scene, I feel. So we still have to do some mixed media on the gingerbreads themselves. That will be later this week, I think, where, you know, at least on one of them, maybe I'll show you guys. We'll see. I do need to paint. I want to paint in some grays and blues in the windows and in the doors, before, you know, put maybe there's some areas where I'm thinking like a lace should be here before we do the glitter glue thing. To really enhance these snowy areas. And of course, I will then add pearls and things where I feel like the dots should be in place. Like put one here, or, you know, maybe a doorknob, like just sort of enhance it. I think that's my biggest thing with these, you know, finding them. I wanted to make sure they really sort of stick out. So we have 3 of those to cover. On the inside, we did this. So I just added in our round and our long tag. But really couldn't really find anything else to put on this. It sort of just sits on its own. Gives us another blue. Again, it's a very blue thing. And then on the back, I ended up putting 2 little socky things here as if they're blowing through the wind. And we are going to, I don't think on video, I don't know. But I need a collage old envelope. That we're going to use where it gives me a pocket option. It also gives me this flap to put a grommet in so we can wrap it around and make this a nice thick journal. So someone, if I decide this comes out really, really cute and someone wants it, wants to buy it, and this will have a nice set of pages in it. You know, this could almost be standalone, but it will hopefully, if I do it right and don't mess it up too badly, it will have a nice little notebook journal in here. It won't be anything fancy. It won't be decorated. It won't have any ephemera in it unless I decide to put a few journal cards in the pocket. It really is just going to be pages like we did with the flip-flop journal, just to notebook it out. So that we'll do on another day, but we are getting there, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, if you want to see what's up, all last week I had 2 videos showing how we got to this point. So isn't that fun? So I'm still working on my Christmas box I mentioned last week. Put this box together of Christmas stuff that I have been, you know, making and collecting, and it is quite the box. Oh my gosh. So there's Christmas under this, but the top half is all my wintry blue stuff. And so that's what I'm using right now. So today we are working on 2 things, hopefully, if I do this right. I've got another window pocket or a window page insert that I've been mentioning. That I really want to work on, and then if we do this right, because I'm on a time crunch, so I'm really trying to get down to this, I want to cover these little, they are Kleenex box rounds that cover the top, and they always have a notch in them, and I love them. I've yet done them before. You can put them down and make it a little pocket. If you glue around like this area here, and you can stick something in it, you can just glue across the bottom and use it as a tuck, either vertical tuck or horizontal tuck. I will use it to put on top of like multiple pockets. It's a great way to have one more tuck or pocket. So we're going to like just do some collage and cover on those 2 today. So that is what we're up to. If this sounds good, hope you'll continue on with me. If not, I'm sorry. And we'll be back to the gingerbreads next week. But I love you all. Thank you so much for showing up and watching. I know we're getting into the swing of things again, which shows I lost momentum, but it's what it is. So what we are working on mostly today, I think, because I want to get this done more than anything, is this window. This is, again, these are Kleenex box and glove box tops that had that cutout. That's where these come from, right? This is exactly what they come from. And I put Tim Holtz's vellum behind them. We need to collage these. I know I have to still do that. I'm so worried about the inside that I haven't even thought about the outside. And this may very well be something simple like the wrapping paper or something where it's pretty obvious on both sides. It's really the inside that when you sew it in is going to be the pretty. So we're going to work on this today. On this side, we're going to do the paper real quick. to cover it up. This is my main focus. And then we're going to collage around the edges with the wrapping paper and these two. So you can sort of see a theme here, sort of a snowflakey pattern theme that we're going to sort of rip and collage maybe around the edges and then put this guy in the middle. He was on an envelope and he was just super cute. He was snowy. It was a church. Snow globe. Red's a little bright, but I think with a little bit of this red, we can make it work. So that side's pretty easy. I'm really not too worried about that. But it's this side that I want to decorate. Now we do have a dent right here and it is starting to annoy me. We'll see if I can get rid of that. I did a little bit up too much. Oh no, I left my glue in the house. Okay guys, hold on 1 second. I promise I will be right back. 2 seconds. Don't go anywhere. I promise. Alright, so maybe not 2 seconds, but I put my glitter glue in the house because I left it out last night. The fabric tack doesn't seem to mind, but the glitter glue doesn't like, cold very much. It hasn't been below 40 here because of the rain. It's actually stayed like high 40s, low 50s, like flat out. Like we were lucky that we got to, I think, 59 yesterday. But I thought I'd put it by the fireplace. Not like right in front of the fireplace, but near the fireplace to give it some help here. I'm like, this is also good. Okay. So, yeah, the goal today is to collage. It is a collage chat with me. We're just cranking along with the week, trying to get stuff done, trying to get back in the mood of things. A lot of adulting, but hey, we do what we have to do. What are you guys all up to? How are we doing? Didn't get many comments. I hope that will continue to grow. What's up? How you doing? Please, go back if you haven't, if you're just now getting caught up and I'm finally on your stream and you see I'm here. Because I had 2 videos last week about the gingerbread house stuff, so hopefully you'll chime in and let me know how you're doing. But how are we all surviving? I know here we are into another week of rain. Last week we had a lot of our rivers, a lot of our streets, so many areas from here all the way down to my old stomping grounds for a while there in San Luis Obispo, which is definitely Central California. I'm above that. I'm technically like the northern end of Central California, but the southern end of North Cal. So I'm in a weird spot. I don't know what they call me. I'm just not anything. I'm like, poor little town that I live in is not like, it's just off to the side. No one wants to recognize it. I'm like, we're getting bigger by the day, but our county does have a bunch of itty bitty towns in it, and it's like, oh my god, okay. Alright, so I think I have this collage. I think I know what I want to do. Let's hope that my guy does not make it back here. I have a tree trimmer next door. They're working on flooring. Across the street, they've got I think they're revamping the house. 10 to 1. It was a rental for quite some time, and I bet you they're going to sell it. So he's doing a lot of work for someone who just wants to re-rent it out. That's for sure. So what I'm thinking is that I have this from a collage that I did in the beginning. Made Christmas card collages. Thought you can make your own. No one cared for it. I'm like, okay, whatever. But anyway, I have this page I sort of laid out. I think I was going to use it. Never did. And I think it's just the right size, just right, where you do get some writing space on it. I want whoever gets this to be able to do a little bit of writing on it when they insert it into their journal. But I don't know how much. And it was just a page I happened to print. I was trying out new things, and, well, you do what you can. You never know. So it's a scrap page, which I'm stoked about. And we're going to put it to use. If I have to, we'll put a little lace, or I have some ribbon, and stuff we can put on the top. But I have some people that I adore and who sort of won the giveaway that I did way back when. I did it on New Year's. I had a giveaway. And so, yeah, it does come up short. So what I'm thinking is, since we have this glittery ribbon look across the top, we can continue on with that. I think we'll just add the silvery thing. So we'll just do it just right to where it doesn't, blend in too badly. I want her, but I want to make sure she is trimmed a little bit too. I know she's not going to all fit, and I want some writing space. So we're going to pull that part off. I will use it. It's a strip. It'll get used somewhere else. You really can't tell much, so it can be a great strip for something else. So I think that will give me quite a bit of writing space. I think we'll be okay. So yeah, we've had flooding, we've had small towns everywhere. if you're familiar with California, then we have places of Santa Cruz, Capitola. Piers are gone or damaged. We have little towns of cute little tourist stores that are toast. It's just been, we do here in our town on the outskirts, since we're ag in the sense of hay and fields, hay, and what's the other thing? Cows. You know, we do have some outgrowth, but we have definitely built into areas that, you know, were lakes at one point way back when, and here we went, but, oh, it's dry, and we don't need to anymore, and no, we did. We shouldn't have built in those places, and now they're flooding for the upteenth time. They flooded about 5 years ago. It's really bad now. I don't know. I don't think it was this bad 5 years ago. I think it's way worse this year. We're getting the rain we need. Oh, it ripped. We're getting the rain we need, but all at once. It's just been one storm after another, and I shouldn't complain, but I don't know what's worse. I think flooding is worse than snow. I mean, because at least snow is packed up. Yes, it has to melt, but I think it slowly gets to melt and gets absorbed into the rain, into the ground. I think. I could be wrong. Someone who lives in the snow, please tell me differently. But we just get rain, and we can't do anything about it. We can't stop it. We can't. It only absorbs so much. Now, I'm personally going to start with my glue stick because there's so much, and that's a lot of glitter glue. I feel that starting with this, especially being on light paper, is great, and then I can go around the edges and glitter glue the edges to make sure they don't pull up. That's my personal preference sometimes with bigger things. I like to just go, yeah, you know, let's just do this, and then, I don't know, I guess I'm going to do this on the, and that's the other thing I need room to maneuver. It's still a little wide, but I didn't want to come up short. I don't mind distressing a little bit when I collage, but not that much. I don't mind a little, but I will rip and tear that off. Or just cut it. I wanted that ripped edge, but that's okay. I'm like, we're going to cut it. Plus, it does leave me that room to maybe trim it and then glue it down. But yeah, I've been dying to do this. Like I said, I started this last year. Thought I would get to it. Never got to it. Really, like I said, it's freezing. It's cold. We're all dealing with winter still, so I'm still creating winter. I know some people are getting ready for fat Valentine's already, but I definitely am not in the mood for that. I'm like, yeah. Don't know this year. This year is going to be probably a very quiet concept on that matter. I'm like, I mean, everybody loves me. I know I have loved ones and friends and family, but my loved one is in heaven, so I don't get to dote on that one, and you can't dote on me, so you do now. Very weird thought. Anyway, enough of that. I did enough of that last week. We don't need to keep going there. But, okay, can't get down the middle, so we're going to cross our fingers there. There we go. And I love when it sort of washes up because it just gives that dusty, smoky look. And believe me, my hands, I'm sorry if they're little. I have soot. I've been rearranging, trying to get the fire going. I'm freezing in the house. I did 2 or 3 days straight. Something came up and I couldn't, I didn't keep it going, and I'm kicking myself because I really didn't do well last night, and I'm like, I'm freezing. And it's cold in the garage right now. With the lack of, surprising, when it doesn't have any rain, we really get cold. It like goes supernova here, I swear. It's like, oh, it's warm when it's raining, but let me stop whatever. And okay, struggling. Where is mine? I had the lace I want to use on those up there, but I thought I brought them out. Of course not. Didn't I? I thought I brought my tweezers out, and, well, the cat has a tendency to knock things down. She is trying to find a spot. So when I remodel, I have to find a spot for her. For sure. I gotta find some little nook. Oh, there she is. Speaking of which, she's on the box. So she got up in the box, and I don't see anything on the floor. So that's a good thing. I don't see anything missing from my I don't see anything missing from my, so it is above, because I don't know if I want too many lines, because then I feel like I have to keep layering. Like if it goes here, then you can see that, and I feel like I have to keep layering. But if I trim it, we're going to trim it. Forget it. Okay. What you doing up there, bud? Do not come down. You're going to make a mess. Problem is, yeah, she doesn't know how to come down. She's good at, like every cat, they're good at getting up. It's easy to climb upward. Not so easy to climb down. Because everything moves. I don't know why. Like, you don't care if you kick it out and, like, knock it to the floor when you go up. You're already in the motion. You're already up. You've already had your momentum, right? But, yeah, coming down is a whole other ballpark. I think I can get her where she's at if she doesn't move. I can actually, like, sort of reach up and get her. But, who knows? So, yeah, all this rain. We have more rain we had more rain over the weekend. And it's supposed to continue to rain into this week. And, oh my God, this will be this third week straight. We've had rain with only a day here and there broken up. Sometimes the rain isn't quite as crazy as they expected, so that helps. At least for our area, it doesn't mean everybody. Like, some areas got hit harder than they thought, and others, like, we didn't get the rain they expected. We were supposed to get rain all day on the day I'm filming, and it's been hit and miss, which, thank God. I just hope that means that, like, the next day, you know, the rain still didn't show up like it was supposed to be quiet, and hopefully it stayed that way. So, the only downside, I am filming ahead of schedule, but the concept is still there. And it's always a little bit of both, right? I talk about where we should be in the week, but in reality, I'm like way behind. I am filming ahead, and that's okay. So that looks cute, and we're going to collage up in this corner, so that's going to help blend it. And if I need to, I can put I have some cute silver rhinestones we can put in there. But I wanted them to be able to write down here. Like, you could write a little thing here and still have some writing space on this side. And then this would be decorative. So if you put this in a journal, you know, they're going to see this here, and then when we get to the back, they're going to see this with writing space. So that's my thought. I think it'd be really cute to add to a winter journal. And then, of course, the back of each side is collage, and they just get to see the pretty through the window. So that's the idea. All right, so I already distressed these, as you saw. We're going to put some greenery. We're going to put the little round. I have this little blotch that I love. I love this netting. I know it's one of my favorite things. Oh, it's wind. From Dollar Tree. Now, I don't know. Sort of want a little bit more dimension. I got these things, and they're a little prophyllic. They're a little weird. I don't know. Sometimes I worry about them. All right, maybe we do it more like that. And I sort of like to hide the harder edges. Like, I don't always want the hard edges to show up. I don't see any flats or rounds or whatever. So maybe this is the part where I had it, but now I'm not so sure about it. Right now, I could do it up here where it does cut off. It does bleed off, and it's not the end of the world. Or do I? Oh, I could do that. So it's more. I wanted this in here somewhere. There we go. I'm going to get this exactly where I want it, and then I'm going to be really careful on how I glue it back together. Alright, what if we... clusters or something. It's definitely a balance. And trying to balance where, like, do I want that end cut off on the top? Are you... oh, God, girl, you make me nervous. I looked up, and she's, like, balancing. It's like, oh, child. Do you need me to get you? No, no. No. Yeah, see, she likes my voice. How am I going to get you? I'm going to kill us both, aren't I? Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. It's just when you have a... nope. You have a kitty cat, and she's gonna swing, so just pause or fast forward 10 or 15 seconds here. Come here, baby. No. Whoa, no. That's not stable, honey. Come here. Come here. It's okay. I know. Oh, I got you. Like I said, she's only 9 pounds. No, you're not going there. Go. Hold on. Let go of me. Well, you have a hold of my sweater. Right here. Right there. There we go. I'm trying to go. She's like, nope. And she really probably wants my lap. She wouldn't mind. Of course, she wants to sit where we're working. I need to create her a space. I definitely do, where she gets to hang with us. Yeah, I'm going to sit in my chair. Okay, why don't you go back inside, boo-boo? Yeah, there you go. Oh, and she's so Miss Prissy. Oh, my goodness. Okay, go. Thank you. Well, you get to see my real life, right? You get to hear and see the real life, the real this. So how are we doing? Are we all out of whack? Not too bad. All right. Okay, let's not fuss about this too much. Maybe I just need to go, Like I said, I'll trim off the top a little bit to blend it in and let it roll. Oh, okay, so I'm so nitpicky about stuff though. Jeez. I was watching a podcast this morning, and now I'm in an era where I grew up with shows like Full House, and they came back. Netflix did a Fuller House, so all the girls get to come back, ladies and gentlemen, the fathers, the uncles, the kids, and got to do a sort of, what is it, 10, 20 years later, sort of episodes, and she was on one of the Big Bang Theory's actresses. Oh, I cannot pronounce her name to save my life, but I adore her. She now does Call Me Kat and all kinds of other things. But anyway, these ladies I adore, and they were on the thing this morning about talking about ADHD, and I have to finish it because I'm sort of curious. I sort of wonder sometimes if maybe my youngest is a little bit on that spectrum. I think we all are, truthfully. I don't think there's many of us who aren't on some ADA or ADHD, how do you pronounce it? AHDA spectrum. I just think in a world that we live in, that there's so much stimulation. How can we not have a hard time focusing or being hyper-focused? Or it's crazy, right? And I think in the craft world, even like, there's a lot of us, I think, who gravitate here because, you have to think on a different spectrum sometimes. You have to really think outside the box. You have to let a different side of your mind open, and it really works. But anyway, my daughter is very creative, but she's also very emotional, but she can be spazzing out in different directions. They do say that I guess girls, ADHD, talk a lot. No, I talk a lot, but I also don't mind my peace and quiet. So I can talk a lot. I can talk fast, right? But yeah, I don't know. It's very interesting to listen to, and so I'm sort of paying attention to the podcast because I wonder. I mean, one girl is very quiet, and the other one is just like and drama and constant. The girl only sits still when she sleeps, and even then she's starting to get really twitchy, I think, even when she sleeps, so I really worry. And I know she's anemic, and, at times, and so, you have hormones to deal with, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. You're just a mess. Alright, I think that's one of the quickest things I've ever put together, only because I thought it through before we started. Now, that's the other thing with this, because I had so many things going on and way too much noise, I could sort of pre-plan some of this, so... Alright, so maybe the only thought was to put some beads up here so that it had a clean, I lost one, sort of extension here maybe. So, as they say, do it in odds. 3, 5s, 7s is a little much, but you never know. You may have to, may want to. I think we're going 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go 5 because I think it's just enough space for a nice little topper here. Where did I put it? There it is. I'm trying to find my kicks. So I'm not perfectly ready to go, but I wanted to, that's the other thing, I know I need to organize, but now I'm in this groove to want to create. Now I'm leaving the edges on the bottom to either go top or bottom to sort of just, does it seem too weird just going there in the middle of nowhere? But it's sort of, maybe, I don't know. I think I hear my guy is back. Ugh, I don't know. He came back faster than I expected, so I might have to pause this, do some editing, and come right back in once I know what he's up to. I don't know if he's going to knock on the door or not. Oh, jeez. Can't win. It's been a crazy day. But I told him the gate would be open so he could just keep working. He's got, I have a large, I think it's a maple tree in the backyard, but it's fruitless. There's nothing comes from it. It's just really big, whatever. And, I think that's what it is. Maple or oak, I don't know. Has huge leaves. And the branches grow 20 feet tall every other year. If I cut it every year, it wouldn't be so bad. We have a neighbor down, quite a ways down the street, and he does trim his every year down, about this in January. We trim it down to the nub, and then the nub regrows new branches every year. And I just, I don't know, we never either didn't have the time, didn't have the money, whatever, so it's been every other year, and it's 20-foot high, long branches, and there's just no getting around it. So it's a mess. It's a lot. And so he got it all trimmed down. He took care of some broken branches from the storms. So now he's got to break it all down and haul it all off. And I'm like, oh, and it's fighting. It is trying to rain. It's debating on it. So it's a little tight here, but it's going to be okay because it's in the journal and you're going to sew that in. I'm really hoping it's not going to be too much of a fight. Maybe that, or it's just going to be a cute. Maybe someone will figure out how to, like, create something to insert it on a page. I don't know. There's nothing really on it where you can't insert it. So, all right, let's do this side. Now, I could be, let's see, 1950s book. It's all about nurses. I don't think there's anything nasty in here. It's, you know, it's all about, well, it's all about, you know, public health services fighting in a war. Yeah, I don't know. I could do it upside down, but that seems sort of weird too, so I don't know. I'm like, I know we need it, and I know I'm going to go around it, and I might not see much of it, but still, you want that sort of, we'll do that hard edge. It's fine. I think I'll distress behind it a little bit. Ooh, but I have this bottom, which I'm going to just, what am I saying? I'm still collaging over it, so it doesn't really matter, does it? I don't even need to rip it. I don't know why I'm not just cutting it down. Oh, duh, let's just cut it down. Because we're going to, I think we're going to collage around the edges. Pretty much. No, I do need that. So, all right, well, let's do this. Then we're going to collage on the outside because we know we're getting tight on this end. So let's collage here and put this here because we know that there's already a lot going on in the middle section of the fold. So let's not add any more weight to that. Let's try not to. How's that? If I need to, I can cut that top. Let's cut it down a little bit more. So I welcome all the new subscribers who've come and gone. I know my numbers go up and down, so I know there's always somebody new and someone old. You know, old loyal people still here, and I know there's new people constantly coming in, and others change their mind or think they haven't seen anything from me in a while, so they disappear, which I did. I went and cleaned up, like, I went to Instagram alone, and they get all mad at me. They're like, oh, you know, all these people follow you, and you don't follow most of them. And I'm like, well, I didn't choose for them to follow me. Like, I didn't go like, oh my God, you have to follow me. But I did, you know, I do hope. And, or, you know, it's like, well, I looked, but maybe they're following me because I hit some hashtag. But for how long? Like, are they really following me? Apparently not, because I don't have that many likes. Like, they're not following me that tightly, you know. And I'm just like, well, no, they don't do anything, or they barely have anything on Instagram, so why would I follow them? Like, so I went and cleaned up, like, anybody who if they hadn't done stuff, and, like, they followed me, but they haven't posted anything in years, I unfollowed them, because I was like, well, you're not doing anything, you know, you have an account to follow others, and that's awesome. I totally get that. That's how YouTube was for me for the longest time. It was something I needed YouTube for something, and, you know, so I had an account, you know, I was following a whole lot of anybody. And so I cleaned up my Instagram, and it made a huge difference. There's so many people, I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen these people in forever. And so when I cleaned out about 40 Instagram people that I don't follow, I don't, like, see anything for anymore, it really did open up my whole Instagram. Like, my whole feed cleaned up. Girly? My whole feed cleared up. There's no room for you, my love. Hi. You are too funny. You are cold, aren't you? Are you cold? Is that the problem? Are you cold and bored? You're going to try to do that, aren't you? Well, it makes it really... Now I see Crafty Cat's problem. I think she had this issue once before where somebody decides I need to be in your way. And yeah. So this is already sort of torn. So I think we're going to run with that. Let's see. Do I want to go like that way? And I can put a little bit of something here and something up here. Maybe we'll do it that way. So that way I'm not... Like, I'm utilizing something that already exists. Hi, where are you going? You keep trying to get into that box. Like, she likes the idea of boxes. But she's got to sit on my scrap. She's going to sit on my paper. She is something. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, she's going to be my cat. It just is. It's so... My daughter loves her, but really, it's becoming more and more apparent that, you know, the cat's going to be mine. She'll go off to college and go, Mom, hold on to her, Mom, and because she can't be in the dorm. If we can get her into the dorm the first year, like, we know we can't. She can't go with, you know, can't go with her. So 10-1, she'll be mine. And my youngest does love on her too, but, you know, my youngest is obsessed with any and all animals all the time, so she's a little much. So let's do that. And it is. We're just going to collage this up. We're going to make it just what it is. We're not, it is scrappy. It is, you know, not stealing her thing, but I definitely feel that scrappy. Oh god, the other cat's in here too. Jeez, how funny is that? I'm not stealing Miss Gail's saying because she's Scrappy Saturday, but we're just scrappy. We are scrapping it up. I am using scraps. I am collaging to my little heart's content on stuff because I feel like using up what I have and you're gonna sit right in there. Lucky for me, I already pulled out my pieces. She's trying to take over my box. It's so funny. Okay, so like I feel like I'm gonna have to do a corner up here. I'm gonna have to because it feels like a lot of exposed words that are really weird, and I want to put this down here. So we're gonna get 2 here and 1 up here of stuff. Kitty. So I'm trying to see, do I get maybe I'll do the burgundies in this corner and we'll do the teal one in this corner. So I have this spot. We're just going to start tearing. And we're just going to have fun with it. Like, that's the whole point, right? Oh, good Lord. It's getting windy out. So, that's the thing I did notice. We're windier more than anything right now. Which is good. But it's also damaging because we have all these soaking wet trees. And they just are falling down. They're just like coming down. Because they're all soaking wet. They haven't had rain in years. And now, you know, what are they going to do? They can't stay upright. They're just not happening. Now that red bow was a little brighter, and I did take my vintage photo and brush over it to try and reduce the brightness. Because I'm like, it's a little brighter than I want. And I did not get any red in there. I did say I was going to try to get red in here. And I totally was not paying attention to that. Oh well. That's fine. Now, let's see. Go that way with it, just a corner, maybe. Doing a lot of, as you see, I'm doing a lot of, press it with my thumb and run with it. I'll just do this. Sorry, try not to stay out of focus. Now, I could put a label in here too. That might help a little bit. I don't know if my labels are the right color though. To maybe offset this layering that's going on, so we don't feel like there's so many exposed words, since it is medical. I mean, it's about a nurse. This one, these pages, it looks like it's about the nurse. It's all about a nurse, but they're all different times and different scenarios, and so it's a great storyline. Oh, it's actually, the book is actually where I got the graphics from, and inspired for when I retweaked them to do my nurse's veterans kit. I don't even know what name I have it under anymore. What are you doing? Are you watching her? Alright, so I do have labels. I just, now that she's up, yeah, I can get in here. I'm like, what did I do with my labels? Oh, I wasn't thinking about that till now, so now I gotta backtrack. But, let's see. Oh, these are very, not quite the labels I want. Well, maybe. I don't know. They're huge. And they're not... Well, that one is burgundy if I want to keep that going. And it does have, I can totally antique it up and put it in the corner. Or, that would be upside down if I did the ornament one. It'd be an upside down ornament. These feel really big and change the whole direction of everything. But I could put it down and put that up. Eek. Now, this one is in the right colors. It has a burgundy and the teal, and I could probably overlap it with that, and you could write on it. That would still give us some of that writing that we thought we might be losing. But what if we do that? Let's see. That's a little bit more burgundy. I almost want to cut out that bow, but I don't know if it's going to look funny with the hook. It is laid into the hook. And that was a graphic off a junk mail envelope for the holidays, and I was like, ooh, I love it, because I was working on all the blue stuff. Alright, so let's get the distressor in case, just make sure, get some, we got very cream going here, very blue and silver over here, and who knows what the other sides are going to be. As far as I can tell, because it's just it's cream paper on cream. I pale and not, it's not making any difference on the coloring of our things. So I know the vellum, there probably should be seen straight through it. If you put it up to the light, like I can see the words in the background, so maybe not do that. Well, maybe not do that. But what if we did this and we did this? So when I do that, I really want to take the bow off. But the moment I do, like, it doesn't make sense where there's a line here. If I take that off, and I can go up and around here, but you're going to see some metal pieces in there, but not everything. But around would just barely overlap. And you might just do it, and there's just there. Or can't go horizontal because you can't really write on it. You have to turn the whole book sideways. Which, with that in mind, I would do. They're all horizontal. Shoot, I was looking to see if I had a vertical version of this size, and I don't. Alright. Well, what if we just go back up here? Go here. You could write on it a little bit. Oh, I'm growling. I'm like, the only other thing is that I start changing gears, and with that, there's still a lot of writing up there, so I can't do that. I really still need to collage up there, leave it here, and then I want to put something else here. Right? Almost. Now, with that in mind, oh, it's a lot of white. Like, I could put, I've got books that I could stack. Now, we had other things that were the wrong size for something else I was working on, but I think now they're too small for this. Right? I can't win. I've got tickets. Definitely working on my groups. I need to keep collaging, but I hate to, like, not stop, like, stop here. I don't want to stop. I really want to get this one done. Well, I could put the house there. No, the house, like, we could keep with the theme and just sort of, ooh, that could be cute. Maybe I put these up here, put these down there. I'm trying to not block the writing, and then when I do, I block the writing. Not quite big enough, huh? I have to still cluster things just to get this balanced. Okay, well, working and not working. Kitty, just back to where she was sitting. She wants a warm spot. She's really desperately looking for warmth, which is very fun. Oh, I put that all away. Eek! Did I put it all away? No. What did I? Yes, I did. Oh. Kiki, I know, I'm sorry. You need a piece of, I need a corner. Don't bite me. She doesn't like anything on her stomach. She's very weird about that. Alright. That's not what I wanted. I had to pull from a corner I didn't want to pull from, but that's alright. Okay. But I've been dying to try to finish this. And then this is just the inside of the project. Like I said, I still have to collage the outside, which I may just do it with the, okay, well, to help, I could go down a little farther on this one. That will help some. Feel like I need to overlay it with something. Oh, this is just not working. I feel like there's a lot of words that we can still see, and it's really bugging me because it's not the intention I had started with. Except to just get back up where I have that here and get it more middle and just, like, suck it up and go, there it is, right? Go, well, yeah, my first thought to go all the way around the edges was probably the right one, to go all the way around. So, shoot. Or just about, I could do this one and then put a little something here and a little something up here. And then I could offset it and it'd be fine. It would just be a little something in the background. Ay, ay, ay. Well, you know, trial and error. Nope, not that one. So hopefully, you know, it's nothing new. I'm not really teaching anything new. I'm not really, I just figured you could join along while I was doing this. And you could see what I was up to. And something I wanted to create and work off. And Really, I don't know why, but I'm stuck on these needs to, these windowed items. And, you know, making them as, you would insert them into your journal. You really would. I don't think the other one's too big. I think it's the right size. What is my cat doing? Apparently using the litter box, but he's having issues apparently. All right. I either have to do that, and I totally scrapped that because I put more, or yeah, I have a mess. I always have a mess. The intention was not to make another writing space. It was just to a little cover insert to the right or to the left of a page that you might write on. You have to balance it out, so I don't know. Okay. Oh, I need to find something to put in here that sort of still goes with the color scheme. So I don't want to get too crazy with something else except to continue on with this. Oh, or thank you. Could just do something like that up there. Like, I think the rippedness is what makes this work, but I love this paper. It's so fun. What if sort of upside down though, huh? I certainly go the other way. I want it that way, which is interesting, but you know what? I'm all for it. Hey, mister, my notes. Yeah, he's not too happy. There's just so much noise outside, and he was out this morning because I put him in the garage. Nope, never mind. He has not been out today. He was out in and out last night, but he actually stayed in last night, and then we got too crazy. I just put him in the garage, and so it's like, nope. This morning it was raining, and so I was like, no, it's raining outside. I'm not putting you outside in the cold, and I don't need you sick, and it's not my cup of tea. So what if we do that? That's not too bad. If I want the color, I could just throw it in this corner. Since we have sort of these piles of, like the two teals, and then it's just a little bit funky blue down here. Let's do that. Newspaper on top, or not newspaper. I keep calling it newspaper, and it's not newspaper. It's wallpaper on top of wallpaper. And talking wallpaper. Oh my gosh, wrapping paper. Wrapping. All right. That's utilizing what I have and making it work for myself. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we may have only got one project done. Again. Now this I'm probably going to glue down. I can hear them outside, so I don't know. Hopefully he'll just go straight to the backyard and not worry about it, but at least he's not using the chainsaw at the moment. Yeah, I know. The yard guys didn't do too much at my parents' house today, so hopefully my mom got maybe some filming done. I know she had everything done for last week, but I don't know how far ahead she got for this week. Like, oh no. So, let's see. Right. I almost sometimes don't want to glue down the middle. I'm like, why? I got the edges, I'm good. But like, then I think it'd bubble, it would come up. Alright. Ugh. Okay, we're just going to commit. We're going to put it down. And we're not going to stress about it. Because what is the point? It's getting your groove and making the most of it. That got dirty. Oh no. There we go. Alright. It's a little bit different look, which is great, which is fine, because, it's not going to be side by side. It's going to have pages in the middle. It's going to have something. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, so they're going to start dragging wood down the side, so I'm not going to have too much longer here. How are we doing? Well, we're at 45 minutes. So, you know what? I think I'm going to leave you here. I know I didn't get to the little guys. I'll have to show you those on the next video. Or maybe I'll do another little 30-minute heads up when things get quiet again. and I can go ahead and these guys, I'm really just covering them again. I know. We're going to cover them with book page, and then I'm going to overlay, maybe even Mod Podge, some different napkins, and then we'll cover them with bits of lace and just make them a little wintry pocket. So nothing crazy there, more of the same, but I'm really glad I got this done. I got to show you guys online, or on camera, what we were up to. A little bit of designing. You can actually see collaging and actual decorating, and not me just prepping some weird page. So thank you for joining me today. Really like it and love it. Comment on it, subscribe, hit your notifications, new, old, and in between. Make sure I'm still coming up on your feeds. Just watch, if you're just listening to me in the background for just a little longer than normal, it does definitely help because it shows a little bit more watch time than we've had, and that's going to help get those numbers up and then get me back in your guys' feeds. So I really appreciate it all, guys. This is Jolene with the Jewel Design, and we are continuing on with our little windowed vellum, decored page insert. And next time you see this, I hope to have this all collaged, and you'll see the final product before I send it off. So love you all. Have a wonderful week. Stay dry, stay warm, stay cozy, and hopefully not, rain or snowed in. And we'll talk real soon. Bye-bye.